Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's video blog. We are Wednesday, August the 16th, 2017 and well, I had originally planned on recording this video Sunday night after the episode of Game of Thrones, but I actually stayed for half an hour on Twitter following the end of the episode just to see what people were talking about. And well, the main topics of discussion, and now we're probably getting into spoiler territory, but the main topics of discussion were first the budding romance between Daenerys and Jon, even though it's really wrong. I mean, it's if L plus R equals J is confirmed, which it pretty much is, and what Gilweed has discovered. I mean, what we can extrapolate from Gilweed's discoveries at the Citadel. Even though we need to extrapolate because she got so rudely interrupted by Samuel. I mean, wow. So yeah, if everything just falls into place, then we have some facts upon us. First, Daenerys is Jon's aunt, which, yeah, I mean, it's less fucked up than literally siblings fucking, but still, it's not morally. There are some objections to that, and well, Jon may have a more legitimate claim to the Iron Throne than Dany, and I mean, because he would be a Targaryen. There's this entire thing about the annulment of Rhaegar's marriage, and like, I mean, first, how will Dany react to that? And second, how will the Northerners react to the fact that the king in North is a Targaryen, and also that Ned Stark took a Targaryen, as his own bastard son? There's just so many questions. Like, that probably plays a little bit too well into Littlefinger's hand, and I don't like that. But still, like, Dany came back from, burning the remaining two potential heads of the Tolwell house, of House Tully to a crisp. Yeah, bend the knee, or else you're a barbecue. Hey! So yeah, she came back from that, and she probably wanted to intimidate Jon with Drogon, and she landed right in front of him. And well, what did Jon do? He decided just to pet Drogon with his bare hand on his snout, on his muzzle. Yeah, and like Drogon accepted him, and the looks that Dany sent towards Jon, like, until he left, I'm like, I'm shaken. Yeah. So after that half hour of deeper look into the Game of Thrones fandom, which is something that I actually had not done in quite a while. I think since the beginning of season 4, probably. Yeah, when at the time I was on Tumblr looking at live reactions. So yeah, after that I saw my dad getting up because he worked on Monday morning. So I was like, okay, that's not for now. And then when I was all set to record the video, just before sunrise, I noticed a little something. My dogs, instead of sleeping, and I'm probably part of the reason why they weren't asleep at 6 in the morning, because I was awake. My dogs, well, first one of the bigger ones, he learned how to open the door. And I'm like, wow, this is great because he's intelligent. On the other hand, that's fucking scary. Like, we close the door and he can open it. Where will he stop? So he opened the door to the garden, and the smallest dog, she went in the neighbor's garden, and I was like, that's one of the moments where I was like, oh God, what can I do? And then I remembered she very much likes it when I send pebbles, because it's like playing fetch, except we don't have tennis balls or whatever, so we throw pebbles and they look for them, even though, yeah, it's a garden. There's probably like 100,000 of little stones that look like the one that I just threw. So to catch her attention, I had to throw it on something that made noise. Obviously, I cannot throw it on a window. That would be the easiest thing to do. But the one dog that was, calm at that point, he's the one that also loves to bark at everything. So yeah, I had to, just play it discreet, and also, well, play it so that make it so that she would get back in the garden. So I know that there are some pots here and there, terracotta, so that makes some noise. So I haphazardly threw some pebbles, and well, it made noise, and she got back in, and I was like, oh, you like she probably doesn't realize how lucky she is that I was in charge of making her come back home, because if it had been my mom or my dad, it probably wouldn't have gone the same way. So after that, I was like, sunrise was happening, so the lighting would have been shit. Also, I flipped off the sun as it was rising, just to give you a picture of how frustrated I was. So then I went to sleep, not in my bed because I was too tired. I didn't even sleep once in my bed over the 4 days of this weekend. I'm so frustrated. I mean, one of the reasons why I went back home was to sleep in my bed. And I slept twice on the couch, waking up full of sweat because it wasn't really hot, but I slept on a couch under a window that's looking to the east. So yeah, what happens in the morning? Sun rises to the east. All damn morning, well, I mean, more like that actually. All damn morning, sunlight on my face. Yeah, have at it. Yeah, so basically, Sunday I was like, nah. Then Monday, I should have probably not waited until my parents got back home. They were out for the night, it's just happy anniversary. There, there was the anniversary of their wedding. They couldn't do it on the 13th because obviously, the 13th it was a Sunday and my dad worked on Monday, so not possible. But I think it's like a Christian holiday. That was on yesterday. So yeah, they could go out. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. You stay in. God damn it. But I shouldn't have waited until they came back home, because they came back home really late, and the time the time I waited for them to go to sleep. So that I can record the video. I was tired too, so I fell asleep on the couch. Yeah. But, at the very least, those weren't the worst days. Actually, I saw Marseille win against Nantes, even though Tatarusanu, god damn it, Tatarusanu, just, can't we have just once a game where the goalkeeper doesn't believe that it's the game of his fucking life? Like, he will just get so many cool saves because it's Marseille. Oh man, I just hope that the goalkeeper for the Slovenian team of Domžale that we're playing tomorrow, Thursday night, I hope that he will have the decency of being a little bit shit, because that's all we expect from the goalkeeper of a team from Slovenia. Yeah, but still, there was that. There was the G1, the finals of the G1 climax. I mean, the entire thing was amazing. I probably haven't seen as many great matches in the G1 as there were this year. I mean, Kota Ibushi versus Naito, Michael Elgin versus Omega, Omega versus Okada 3. Even though, this one was more brutal. It was really tough to watch, but still a very good match. There was Ryusuke Taguchi and Ricochet for the junior tag titles against the Young Bucks, with Ricochet selling the knee. Please stop selling it like you're literally dying, please, man. Just think of us, and Taguchi saving him from the Meltzer driver with the flying hip attack. That's and I mean the in-ring psychology was just amazing. Zack Sabre Jr. tapping out Tanahashi twice, once in as part of the G1 and once in a random tag match. There was also Juice Robinson winning against Omega. Okay, great. I mean, Evil probably is the next one to get a shot at Okada's title, despite Omega's victory, because yeah, he's beaten him twice. So I would have expect Evil to have a shot at the heavyweight title at Destruction. Shibata's return. Oh, Shibata's return! I cried. I really cried. I did. There was what else? Daryl's return to Daryl Takahashi, the pet cat of Hiromu that got killed by Bad Luck Fale during a match. Oh, also Bad Luck Fale, Tamatonga, Tangaloa, all three, well, not at once, bowing to Yuji Nagata. When they had their matches against him, that warmed my heart. And Naito versus Omega in the finals of the G1 Climax. Just what an amazing match! Naito and Omega are one amazing match away from completing what I think will be the greatest trilogy in the history of professional wrestling. I mean, Omega versus Okada, it's amazing. The first match is to get 6 stars and over 6 stars, even though the ratings for the final match, I think, haven't been given yet. But I think that in the consistency and the in-ring psychology, Naito versus Omega, they had an amazing match last year, which was even better than the finals, even though Omega versus Goto, what a masterpiece. But yeah, and the match in the finals here, I mean, what is life? I was so spent, and yet I had to stay up to watch Game of Thrones. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? It was amazing. It just was great. It almost made me talking about that almost made me forget how the weekend started and the weekend ended, because on Friday I wanted to break the habit and decided to not go to the usual tramway station to take the tramway to go to the to the railway station, because I wanted to get ahead so that maybe I would have some more time to catch the tramway and not fear for my connection a bit down the road. Except that I had to run with my overweight self and my asthmatic self and my backpack that had my computer in there, so like very fragile and also a bit heavy on my back. So the tramway ran past me and I was like, oh fuck, I have to run. And then I caught the tramway. I had to light 3 stations later, a voice in the PA, hey, this is the terminus, everyone gets out, because there was an accident or some shit. And well, to go to the railway station I had to catch a bus, and thank God that it wasn't on time, but it was 15 minutes late, and it got stuck at the very same station that I got in, because the little platform that they have for the people in wheelchair to alight, it got stuck on the sidewalk. For 5 minutes I was there, and I checked the app, and suddenly I saw that my train was 20 minutes late, and I was like, oh, that's amazing, that's just great. I arrived at the train station 5 minutes after the train was supposed to leave, but it hadn't left yet. So the voice, once again on the PA, hey, so the train is going to be there very soon, we're going to give you the information on what platform you have to go to. Look at the panels, it will be written. So I wait 5, 10, 15 minutes, the information is given, I go to the platform, voice on the PA, hey, it will be there soon. 45 minutes after I arrived at the train station, so 50 minutes after it was supposed to leave, it arrives, and then 10 minutes later we leave. The weekend can start. And then at the end of the weekend, my train, the train that I was supposed to take in Toulouse, because I had a connection in Toulouse, was originally an hour late. But the train I was supposed to take at the railway, the first train that I was supposed to take, was not. So we had to speed up to get to the train station. And then I checked on the app. I mean, that app really saved my life. Train was 40 minutes late, and it was before it had even left the train station. So I was like, okay. But all in all, that was actually a pretty good thing because I had forgotten the charging unit of my computer, which I very much need as I still don't have a battery. And well, I arrived at the train station, went on the platform. Suddenly, a train speeds past me, and I'm like, "Huh, that's probably the train that I'm supposed to take in Toulouse." Though in my mind, I'm like, "No, it's not. No, it's not. It's probably the other train that's supposed to stop here." But that is running to, that is already running 2 hours late, so it probably doesn't want to, be any more late, any later. So I'm convincing myself of that until a voice in the PA halfway through the trip to Toulouse says, "So people who are going to Bordeaux, you'll have to wait an hour and a half in Bordeaux, in Toulouse, because the train you're taking is the train at 9:30 p.m." And I'm like, oh. Fuck, it was my train. My train wasn't an hour late in Toulouse, it was 5 minutes late. Yeah! And the train that I had originally taken was still running 45 minutes late, so everything was just great. At the very least, I was able to work a bit in the Toulouse railway station, which I've not been able to do in the train to Bordeaux, because it was one of the same trains that I took when I had to go to Pau, and those don't have the electric thing, the electric plug. So yeah, I'm kind of pissed because I had so many ideas and I couldn't put them on paper, and I was pissed already because my professor just now probably understood that my internship had almost nothing to do with the central theme of public transit. Like I'm just working for a company that is in this sector. I'm not doing that. And he was like, yeah, I sent him the table of contents, and he was like, yeah, you probably need to make a closer link, closer connection to public transit. And I was like, no, it's not about that. I'm supposed to help people who work for this company that is in public transit get it. That's all. So yeah, it's just... So, anyway, that's pretty much it for me for this week. Thanks for watching. See you next time. That should be soon. Bye. We'll see what the week has in store for me. 2 days until the end of the week. The weekend at the very least. Bye.